Welcome to the CNN Podcast.
What's up? This your boy Uncle Mike.
It's Clark.
Just Clark, huh?
Yeah, same.
I don't know why I don't feel like I'm never gonna get used to this.
Same as episode 1. Same as episode 101. You know.
Oh
it's
boy.
Clark. You know.
Yeah.
It's Clark.
Back with a new look. Oh, your boy got
Y'all
the
see him,
waves
huh?
in there.
You
You
cut
know
the
what I mean?
dreads.
Yeah.
High,
all right.
high school look. You know.
Hey, they'll be back though. They're gonna be
Yeah.
back. Hold on, I gotta get them in there, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta get them in there.
Like a high school with a beard. Only person I ever seen that was AJ. Shout out AJ.
Hey, you know what's funny?
AJ had that.
Anytime I think about any
Yeah.
person in high school with a beard,
Yeah.
AJ Harden.
Yeah.
You know that
AJ.
Hey, that's my boy.
For
cool
sure.
people.
AJ.
Cool people.
He got
yeah.
that.
Yeah. AJ had a beard coming into high school.
Oh man. See, I ain't
I'm
seen
talking about
him
like
till high school.
like even in 8th grade, like AJ had a beard.
In junior high, he had a
Yeah.
beard. Oh
Yeah.
man. Hey, shout out to the good jeans. You know, them good jeans. They're like, you can't. Grown man look at 13. Hey,
You know.
what else you gotta work for?
Hey, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You know. AJ came in with a beard, you know.
Mhm.
But, you know. I didn't get mine to 22. I was like about to graduate from college before I got a beard.
I got you.
You know.
And y'all know I ain't gonna never have one. You know, it's always gonna be a smooth look. You know, trying
Ever?
to
You
nah,
don't think ever?
I ain't getting no beard.
Dang.
You'll see. They'll see. I ain't getting no
Oh, okay.
beard. It's gonna happen.
Like over the years, we're gonna go back to this episode. We gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Hey,
okay.
that's what
He
we gotta
never
do.
got a beard. Like he was right. He knew.
You know how you do the time lapse? Just
Yeah.
they gonna see you with dreads, cut, beard, whatever else you about to do.
Dreads again.
Dress again,
Yeah.
and I'm still gonna be just like this. Hey, y'all,
One day I
it's
have a
Clark,
bald
you know?
head. I am gonna go bald, y'all.
Yeah.
I know I will,
Okay.
and that's okay. I'm gonna look good with a bald head too. You know, I don't care.
Facts, you know.
I don't care. You know,
You own it, you know.
LL Cool J. You know, as long as I got the beard, like
There you
that's really all I cared about. If I got that, I'd be alright. You know.
There you go. So today we are predicting the next 4 playoff games. So.
Bro, we got a lot of football this weekend.
We do.
Like a lot of football. Like
do.
we got 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Who else in the NFC? We got the Rams versus the Buccaneers, right? That's gonna be a good rematch. And then we switch it to the AFC. We're gonna have the Chiefs versus the Bills, and then we're gonna have the Bengals versus the Titans. I always forget the Titans.
Yeah.
Like every time I forget the Titans, I forget they even a team, and they number one.
Right.
Like they was number one in the AFC, and I forget that they are a team in the AFC.
It's like they did it in silence or something. Like,
What it was, I think after Derrick Henry got hurt, then I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
The Titans, you know.
flip to another game.
He should be the MVP, by the way, for the Titans. If he'd have played the whole year, he definitely should have been the MVP. I'm tired of the MVP only going to quarterbacks.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Like, only to the quarterbacks. Come on now.
That's
Like,
how it be.
if you ain't have an O-line, you wouldn't be what you are. If you didn't have a decent running back, you wouldn't be what you are. If you didn't have your tight end, wide receivers, and whatever defense, you won't be what you are. So I don't feel like it should all just be towards the quarterback. I do appreciate those quarterbacks that be like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna thank my team for this. I'm gonna give my old linemen all Rolexes. I'm gonna give everybody big screen TVs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the way it should be. Like, because the quarterback don't own everything that he gives. Like, if it was a defensive player like TJ Watt, right? TJ Watt for the Steelers. Great player.
Yeah.
Nobody is truly just helping him, I would say, be what he needs to be. Like, he doesn't have an O-line blocking for him. He doesn't have, like, all these different people. Like, from his position, from a DN outside linebacker position,
Yeah.
it's just him penetrating that line and getting to the quarterback.
Oh.
Like, he don't have everybody helping him out. You know, the quarterback, you gotta, hey, I need somebody to block for me.
Oh yeah.
I need somebody to catch the ball.
Most definitely.
Like, so I'm just tired of it being all about the quarterback. So,
I got you.
yeah.
So,
But,
who the Titans playing? So we talking about them. I would predict they game first.
Do the Titans?
Yeah.
They got the Bengals, man. You know, the
Oh.
Bayou Bengals. We got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. You know, we LSU all the way. You know, so we gonna always
Yeah.
go for them guys.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
but unbiasedly,
Okay.
I'm talking about matchup to matchup,
Yeah.
team to team.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that matchup?
So you speaking Joe Burrow, you know, talking about a man that made my 2019 year the best year of my life. You know. First of all, sometime early November, we went out there to Tuscaloosa, we beat him, you know. That was enough for me. Joe Burrow came back and met all the fans at the airport and ran through and dapped everybody up. That was enough for me. After that, you know, went to the playoffs, beat, I think, Clemson for the championship. We had to play somebody before that. Maybe it was Georgia. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong name. But anyway, with all that being said, I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with Joe Burrow every time. You know, maybe it's biased, maybe it's not, but they screw it. I'm going with them, the Bengals. I don't know a score. I'm going with the Bengals. What you got?
Here's the thing, right? Derrick Henry is coming back.
Are we back for this game?
Yep.
Oh man, well I might have to say something else then. Now that you said that.
Well, no, I feel like you should keep your take. I'm gonna go with mine.
You know.
I'm gonna go with mine. All right. So here's one thing I did learn from last weekend when we made maybe I guess a terrible
that
prediction.
bro.
Yeah,
What
was
thinking,
it like
man?
a terrible
Like,
prediction?
Man, it was the worst one ever.
Bro, when I made that prediction, I was thinking like in the mind of Kyler Murray was one of those people, once he got to the big stage, he wasn't gonna just crumble. Because I felt like he'd been there too many times.
Way too many times.
That's what I felt like. And like I was like, oh, you know, he done been on the big stage too many times. Okay, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
And not to make no excuses for him, but I didn't know that the Rams was gonna be at home. I don't know why I was assuming that the Cardinals was gonna be at home. I think that made a difference. What you think?
The Cardinals, kind of like the Steelers last year. You know how the Steelers kind of like just like fizzed out. That's where the Cardinals were.
Yeah.
They got like really good. They were what, 7-0?
Yeah,
or
that's
something
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Like,
They went
yeah.
7-0, and then they just like was what, 5 and whatever the case was, or 4 and whatever the case was.
Yeah, they lost about 2 games in a row or something like that.
How many games
They won. Well, I think they won 8-0. So they lost the first one. Then I think DeAndre Hopkins went out. Then Kyler Murray, I think he got injured a little bit or something.
And as my disclaimer, okay, as far as that prediction, DeAndre Hopkins was out. You know, we had mentioned that in the podcast. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They got this and that. All right, that's my disclaimer. All right, cool. If they got all that. But to kind of like sum it all up, I got the Titans. Titans just feel like a well-oiled machine. Like I feel like they know a little bit more. They have that experience. They got a competent quarterback as far as Ryan Tannehill. They got somebody that know himself. And then they got Derrick Henry. They got a stand-up defense. You know, Joe Burrow, the thing that I should have considered more with Kyler Murray, young, no playoff experience.
Yeah.
You know, and they're the number 1 team in the AFC for a reason.
And they at home, I think.
They are at home.
Wow.
They're gonna be at home the whole time they play.
Oh man, they had a great season.
Yeah,
To be able to
they're
get
number
that
1.
first round bye.
Bro, they over the Chiefs. The Chiefs number 2. The Titans are number 1. They got a first round bye. So,
Hey, you make a lot of points.
I got the Titans, and for whatever reason, and as much as I want to be like, oh, the Bengals are gonna win, and Joe Burrow would have to be absolutely spectacular. I'm talking about like perfect, like the way that Josh Allen was against the Patriots. Oh my God, bro!
That was kind of how you played.
I did not.
It looked like how you played on the game. I promise.
Hey.
That's exactly what they look like.
Madden.
Yeah.
I'm that guy, you know.
Yeah,
I do my thing on Madden, you know. Maybe I'll start a Madden channel. I don't
Hey,
really care to.
You probably need to.
But, you know.
Pretty amazing to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. Hey, with the Bills, you get to kind of do whatever you want to do. The only thing, the running back position is kind of like, you know. But yeah, I got Josh Allen. I can roll out. I can throw the ball 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards down the field. Ain't no limit to me, you know. And that's the thing about when I went play with my Saints. Jameis Winston just ain't that, you know.
He ain't.
He ain't Josh Allen. He ain't Patrick Mahomes. He ain't Kyler Murray. He ain't Joe Burrow. You know, he you know, a D plus, C minus type of quarterback.
Wow.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna talk about the Saints too much. Let's just move on to the next one.
Bills.
Okay.
We already talked about them. Let's go to the Bills.
Okay. Let's talk about the Bills.
Who they play?
They got Chiefs, bro.
Oh Lord, jeez.
That's gonna be like a legendary matchup.
Yeah,
like if it's any game I want to watch, it's gonna be that one over the whole weekend.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna just go ahead and pick. I think this kind of like an even game. Who's at home?
The Chiefs, right?
I'm gonna go
Chiefs number 2.
I'm gonna go
number
with
2
Chiefs.
because they play the Steelers. So Steelers number 7, they number 2. So they got to go to Arrowhead.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I don't got the score, but I think it's gonna be a close game. I think the Chiefs gonna pull it out. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Uncle Mike, what you
Ooh.
got?
That's hard, bro. I've been going back and forth because the way I look at it, if the Bills were to have a good game, if they have a good game, depending on Josh Allen have a great game. You know the Chiefs defense can do about it. But Patrick Mahomes is my favorite quarterback right now in the league. Like, hands down. I remember saying Patrick Mahomes was the best in the league. People got mad at me. They was like, oh, it's premature. You shouldn't be doing this. It's too early.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback in the whole entire NFL. And you can put your top 5 against him. Okay, cool. Tom Brady, cool. You have a great, championship shelf behind you. You got all the trophies, you got all that, and it look good.
Looks great.
I've never seen anybody that can do what Patrick Mahomes does. Ever.
Yeah, he's spectacular. Talent. Out of Texas.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't want to just agree with you. Yeah. Like I told you on the first episode. I like to argue.
Me too.
But
it's
the Bills are the Bills. All of it depends on Josh Allen, and if he can't come through, then they won't come through. If he don't play absolutely spectacular, then they're not going to be the team to beat. It's going to be the Chiefs. The Chiefs on a bad week can beat the Bills. I'm going to leave it at that.
Hey,
on a bad week.
Nothing else to be said. You mentioned Tom Brady. Let's go ahead and predict the Buccaneers. Who they playing?
They got the Rams.
The Rams.
They got the Rams.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't have any faith in the Rams.
Yeah.
And I hate to just doubt them 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
But I don't have any faith.
I was thinking.
I don't have any faith. Okay, Matthew Stafford, you got your first playoff win. You got your first one. Bro, you've been in the league for 10 plus years down there.
Oh, man. That's how long it's been? 10 plus
Think
years?
about how long he been in Detroit. When the last time you heard of Megatron? When the last time
you
you heard of Calvin Johnson?
Yeah, he was there.
He the reason why Calvin Johnson was so great. Because Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. Great.
Man.
But no playoff victories until last weekend.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. You going first? I'm going first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'd never go against Tom Brady. I've learned my lesson. I've been humbled way too often. I'm not going against Tom Brady. I got TB12.
I got TB12 too. Because I feel the same way you do, Tom Brady. I watched him. I was at work. I was watching the game. This big TV. It was nothing to do. I got to saw the first quarter very clearly. And they played a lot harder. Who they played? The Buccaneers. Who they played last week?
Oh, Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah. They played so physical I was like, this is what Moby telling me about. Like the playoffs is a different animal. Like I
I
never seen them
love
play
the
like that.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my
like
God, I love the
I can
playoffs.
compare it to the Final Four in the NCAA. Like
Okay.
that's what I was watching that first quarter. I was like, man, this is ridiculous. These dudes are different. You know, we just beat them 9-0 the Saints.
Right.
They didn't even score. That's not the same team at all. Period. That's why I'm going with TB12. I think the Buccaneers are definitely going to beat the Rams. I don't even care who at home.
Tampa Bay at home. Even better.
Nothing else to even be said.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Last one, I think, right?
To me, that's probably like the most. This would be the hardest one.
Yeah.
You got the Packers, Green Bay Packers, versus San Francisco 49ers.
Man, I know the Packers at home.
Yep, they number one.
I know it's cold because it's cold in Louisiana.
It's gonna be cold.
So it's gonna be freezing.
Yep. And Chiefs had Wisconsin Stadium, whatever they. I don't even know the name of their stadium. What's the name of their stadium?
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is it Lambert or something like that?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that stadium is known for being like negative.
Yes.
Like negative.
It's something about the area, bro. It's always snowing.
Bro.
Man.
It'd be too cold. It was like -3 degrees one year. And I was like, oh yeah, if the Saints gotta go to that stadium. I know it ain't gonna be pretty.
Just start drinking before the game. Just get it over with.
You know, San Francisco actually was beating up on the Packers earlier this year.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Early this year? How early?
I want to say week, between week 5 and 8.
Who's
in between there? It was earlier then.
San Francisco's out?
I don't know. I can't remember. Exactly. I do apologize. But they were like the more physical team. Kind of like how they beat up on Dallas real early.
Yeah.
The same way. And again, thank you 49ers for doing y'all job. Beating up on these little weak cats, you know. Hey, anytime the Dallas Cowboys lose is a win for me. I'm grateful.
Man.
Hey.
Grateful. Boy, they're saying something.
Grateful.
Well, look, I guess we both going for the. I'm not going for San Francisco. First of all, they in sunny California. You know, they come into cold weather. They not beating Green Bay. I'm going for Aaron Rodgers. For sure.
I want Aaron Rodgers to get a ring. I got him beating everybody this year.
Oh, wow.
And I could be wrong. But the only person I want to be wrong to is Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes needs to have a dynasty. I think Patrick Mahomes should beat the Bills. He should beat the Titans or whoever that he faced. I think he should beat everybody. But Green Bay probably have more of an edge this year. Only because they feel the pressure to get it right more this year. Right. That's the thing about the Chiefs. They try to wait a little bit too late, whatever. Oh, we don't have the urgency. Yeah. We're just going to go out here and play, and we'll figure it out.
I got you.
Green Bay is like the team, you know what? I'm finna come out here, and we finna dominate. Number 17, if you don't have 2 men on them, 3 men on them, it's not going to work. Even if you got 2 men on them, I'm about to get him the ball. Devontae Adams is a different animal, but the same beast. Shout out to Kobe. So, yeah, those are our NFL predictions, bro.
Man, we actually agree with 3 out of 4. I hope we right. I hope we get them all right this time. At least 2 of them.
Hey, cause I'm gonna be like, you know what? Maybe we need to stop doing the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to start. We got softball coming up.
Hey, let's talk about something else. Maybe we don't know football.
Exactly.
You know?
Boxing.
Anything.
Yeah.
You know,
that's gonna be interesting. Boxing though, our predictions on boxing. You know, we huge boxing fans.
I'm gonna wait on Crawford to get to the level.
Yeah.
You know,
I got you.
You don't beat up on everybody, but you know,
usual. Story times.
Let's get to it. What you got for today?
Our story time today, me and Mike will tell y'all our first time being high?
Oh, boy. That is maybe not as entertaining, but maybe like relatable for everybody else.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It took me a long time to get there, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. So, how you want to do it? You want to kick it off, or how you want to do it?
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Mine is real easy, and I'll take you all the way back to the beginning. When I say the beginning, don't judge me. I was 12 years old. That was the first time I ever smoked weed. 12. Real young for a lot of people. And it is, I agree. I was 12, I tried it out, didn't get high. Okay. Fast forward. I was 19, tried it again, didn't get high. At this time, first time I ever got high, I'm almost 21. And because of the previous experience, that's the only reason why I talked about them. Because of the previous things that happened to me, I was like, oh, I don't care about weed. My boy, he come to me. Hey, shout out to my boy Trey. Trey Sims. He one of my go-to dudes. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but hey, I love that dude. That's my bro for life, you know. Gotcha. He definitely one of those people who you can call on and always a good time. I'm talking about every time me and him together we laugh. But get back to the story. So Trey come and he was like, Mike, you want to hit it? And he had a bomb, you know. And Trey, I just put it like this. He always had he always had it on.
Yeah.
You know, he always had it on.
Gotcha.
And, you know, he was like, hey, you want to hit it? I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna even work, you know. Like, what's the point? I'll just be wasting your product. And he was like, hey, I bet you get high. And I'm like, I doubt it.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to show you. So he showed me. I got the bomb, you know, lighted up on everything. I hit it. I'm like, yeah, you know, I felt a little tightness in my chest. I felt like some smoke had went down. When I exhaled, felt like I exhaled for like 3 minutes. And smoke was still coming out, you know. So that happened. And then I hit it again. And then after that, I was like out. And when I tell you I went out, I went out. I was on the couch, and I remember this is exactly how I remember when I knew I was high. I looked at my hand, and I was like, bro, we got a brain that can tell my fingers how to move and when to move. That's crazy. And I can like just tell my body how to do anything that I needed to do. I was like, look at it. That's crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I'm high. Like it hit me right then. I was like, I'm high. Like right at that very moment, and I'm looking at my hands like I am now. I'm like, I'm high.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I was like, so this how I feel? Like, you know what I mean? After all the times of me trying to attempt it, you know, because why would you smoke weed if not to get high? Like, really, you know what I mean? I was like, after all of this is how I feel. And my body felt light. I felt like I could just go and jump and like it'll be like I'm on the moon. Like I'll be like just bouncing and like I have like no actual gravity type thing. Yeah. And I remember being in that position even after I knew I was high for like 3 more hours. Wow. I did not move.
Oh, man. 3 hours?
Like I didn't move. Right. Like, and I was telling myself, like, hey, you probably need to get up. Yeah. You probably need to get up. You got an 8 a.m. class in the morning. I was in college at the time. You gotta get up. Yeah. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Just roll by. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. Eventually I got up, I went home, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna still get up in class. I was one of those type of people, because I hate to study, I don't like to miss class, right?
Gotcha.
So I got up, thinking about to get up anyways, like 6 o'clock my alarm went off, and snooze. Snooze. And then it was like off. I was like, at that point, I'm not about to get up. I don't even care no more. And that's when I was like, that's what weed feels like.
That's it.
I woke up at 1 o'clock, body refreshed. I got up, shrugging my shoulder. I was like, dang, I feel good. I'm ready to work out now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, yeah, bro, that was my first time ever getting high.
Hey, I like that one. You took them all the way to the beginning, and you kind of went up to the through the
I had to.
stages.
It was definitely a chain of events that I had to explain before and after of getting high.
We wouldn't understand it better till you did that. But so it's my turn.
Yeah. What
So,
happened?
My first time getting high, I was in Baton Rouge. Okay, first of all, I was having this criminal justice class, and we had to get into groups. I got in the group. Well, it was like you couldn't pick; they picked for you. I was picked to get with a girl named Courtney. Shout out Courtney, I miss you, fam. Laisha and Courtney stayed with Taylor, so we was trying to figure out what we was gonna go do this project. And then she was like, "Y'all just come to my house." Cool. I'm like, "All right, cool." Me and Laisha trade each other, and we went to South Baton Rouge, near I-10. And once we get there, everything was cool, and we was doing a project, and she was like, "Hey, do y'all want some brownies?" And I was like, "I don't really eat chocolate, you know. Mama loves chocolate. I don't like chocolate though." But I went in there and looked at them, and it was like, they looked delicious. Like, they wasn't like that dark chocolate. It was like that brown looking chocolate, and it had like this caramel going all through it. Like, you know how you see a cake with a bunch of caramel just all over it. So it was like this. I was like, you know what? I guess I can try it. So I tried it, ate a piece. It tastes like a Snicker. I can eat Snickers.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like getting hungry from you talking about it.
Hey, that's how it be. So look, I ate the little Snickers bar. This was all I was thinking I was eating. And I was like, "Hey, Courtney, I can get another one?" She was like, "Man, show Taylor, go in there and show him what it is." You know, I was like, "All right, cool." Go in there. She had moved somewhere when they got another one. So, cause Courtney and Taylor live together. So I ate the second one. I went back in there, sat by Isha, and we started doing the project and everything. And I was really focusing on this TV show that we was watching. They was right here with the project board and everything, but I was focusing on this TV show, and it was like the Animal Planet or something. You know, they be showing like the forest, and I was like, man, that forest look good. Like, bruh, that's the best looking forest I ever seen before in my life. And you know, usually they say edibles take about 30 minutes to kick in, and BS. Man, this hit me like as soon as I sit down. I'm watching it. Keep in mind, I ain't never smoked before, so of course it's gonna get to me quicker.
Yeah.
You know, so you know the longer you wait, the higher you get. So after about an hour go by, I'm not involved at all. I don't know why each of them ain't checking on me, but I'm up here just looking at the TV, and they just doing their thing, and then whatever. So each like, all right, we finna go Clark. That's how she call me, name Clark for some reason. She country. So I get in the car, get in my Explorer. You know, she take off first, and I put it in drive. And by the time I looked up, she saw Baton Rouge is like a maze, certain parts of it. So it's like if you don't follow her, you gonna get lost. Like I was like, I can just catch up with her in my mind at the time. So I go to the stop sign. I look left, I look right. I ain't see that car nowhere. She was gone. And I was like, well, the interstate wasn't too far from me, so I'm pretty sure I could find it. So some music came on my phone, like the Bluetooth, you know, you had connected. It was so loud though, you know how it is when you high. It was so loud, like I was like, man, I gotta cut this phone off. That's what I thought. So my mind said cutting the phone off would help me focus more because the music wouldn't be on. I was like, I gotta find a way to get this out. This out Baton Rouge. I know it's only a certain amount of time before they start shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I know where I was at. So I'm just hitting circles. So I go left, I make another left, and I was like, well, if I make another left, that'll be a full circle. So I make another left, I get right back by Taylor and Courtney's house. Thought about going in there, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that because everybody gone, you know. I'm just gonna go ahead and go home. So I went to the stop sign instead of making a left, made a right. Made a right. The interstate was right there, like half a mile down the road. I was like, you know, you see the blue interstate sign? Saw the blue interstate sign. I was like, cool, it gotta be right there. So I get down there by government, right there, supposed to get on the interstate, and I heard the interstate. You know, you get the 18 wheels when you're under the bridge.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way I can take that road right now. I was like, I need to just sit here for a second. I was like, I was so nervous to get on the interstate. I was like, I cannot get on the interstate right now. Like, I'm gonna flip this truck, Dad gonna kill me. Like, I was like, no, I can't do that. See, I was in school, you know, all this Southern and stuff. I was like, let's go and gave me these brownies. I done got high as hell. I don't know what's going on. So look, I said, you know what, you're gonna make another block. So I ended up going back to Courtney Street. Let me tell you something. I literally made that block for 2 hours. Back and forth. Trying to get the confidence to get on the interstate. Just back and forth. By the time I finally got to the interstate, I had called Courtney. Courtney was like, we've been calling you. Like, she said she don't know where you at, this and this. I said, like, I'm still by your house. She was like, what? It's 11 o'clock at night, how you by my house? I was like, shoot, look outside. And she saw me, so she had to kind of show me how to get out of there. And then she was like, wait, how many brownies did you eat? I said, like 4 or 5. She's like, Clark, you tripping, this and that, and all that stuff. But anyway, I finally got on the interstate. I finally got the confidence to get back to Southern. I was staying on campus or whatever. Made it to Southern, just like you. Got to the room. Well, I stayed in the car for about 30 minutes, of course. Just thinking. I was like, thank God I made it home safely. Like, I'm so blessed to be able to make it here safely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, how did I even do this, you know? So I get out the car, backpack on, walk upstairs. I was in the apartments. Get to the apartment, get to my bed. I sat in the bed. I was like, man, because I had just got like a cushion, like a foam from Dollar General, and I was like, man, this foam feels real good.
Yeah.
Like, this foam feels so good. Like, I don't even want the sheets in the way. It's gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
So I took the sheets off, the blanket, everything, and I just literally took my shirt off, took my pants off, got straight to boxers, and laid on that foam. And I slept literally for like 15 hours. I ain't going to no classes or nothing. I woke up, it was almost nighttime the next day,
Hey.
and it felt so good.
And I'm the type person, I don't like 5 hours is enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you 10 hours was like, and more. Like, I probably had way more than 10.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt great.
Yeah, that felt so good, man.
Like, the next day I felt great. I ain't take all the covers and everything. Like, I don't know what that was about.
Brownies.
You know.
That's why I don't do edibles.
And you had too much.
Way
You
too
definitely
much.
had too much.
Way. That's why I don't do edibles.
You had too much.
But I woke up, I felt so refreshed. I went straight to the gym and started working out. Like, I was just so good. But I ain't doing it no more for years after that. I ain't doing it no more.
Well,
Just enjoyed it.
I got hooked right then and there. Right then and there.
Right then and there. Well, you had
Right.
that was a great
Boom.
experience. Yeah.
Boom. Right then and there. I was like, hey, this is something I can see myself
Yeah.
doing.
I stopped
You
for
know?
years, like
Yeah.
to 2020. I ain't nothing else 2020, like 2019, in 2019. That was like a 6-7 year stop. I was like, I'm definitely not doing that no more. I ain't nothing from Courtney. Nothing. Shout out to Courtney, though. I miss you, fam. For real.
It seemed like cool people.
She's so cool. Like, Courtney's so cool.
You know what we should do after a while? Like, we should all just get together, reconvene.
We got
and
to.
like, I'll bring my people that I used to get high with. You bring your people you used to get high with.
Dude.
And then we just film like our little smoke
That'd be
session.
crazy.
You know, I feel like,
That'd be
you know,
crazy.
I'm gonna manifest it. That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do. You talk to your people, I'll talk to mine.
Okay.
We're gonna get together. Might have Uncle Snoop there, you know. I got big dreams, you know. Might have Uncle Snoop there. We talk about getting high, whatever.
I wouldn't mind
But-
smoking with Mike Tyson.
That too.
That'd be pretty
That
cool.
too. I'm kind of scared because like I see them kind of like going off on one person at one time. Like what if Mike Tyson want to fight you?
It's part of life, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know.
Nah.
I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
Fighting Mike Tyson ain't a part of life.
If-
I can tell you that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, ain't part of life.
Fighting him is not a part of life.
That's not the part. Huh?
No, that white boy that want to fight him right now.
Yeah.
You talking about boxing?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. He went easy on Roy Jones.
Okay.
Like real easy. Like I'm talking about he was like just throwing little jabs, you know, little punches. He ain't throw no real combos. If you look at it, he ain't throw no real combos. He did just enough to win.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna touch him up. I'm gonna touch him up.
Yeah.
If Mike Tyson wanna hurt you, that brother might die.
We pretty respectful guys. I don't think it'll ever get to that with Mike. You know, I don't think we gonna say nothing to make him that mad.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, anything can come up. You know, anything.
Oh, you're right.
I don't want to be. I'm gonna make sure I do everything to where I don't.
Oh, I know.
Feel the bad end.
Gotcha, I know.
But yeah. But you know what? I kind of want to hear like the best thing about this one, right? I want to know everybody first high experience, if you will.
Right.
I want to know everybody first time ever getting high, first experience with weed. Even if you never smoked before, you probably had some type of experience with it. I want to know everybody's first time. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of like comical stories like ours. Like, with me, I'm over here looking at my hands with you blocked for like 2 hours, bro.
Crazy stuff. Like, man.
That's one of the best things about like weed itself is like your mind go to a completely different place, but you're not familiar to. And that was one of the things like when I started smoking and like doing it like regularly, like I enjoyed that part of it. Like I was like, man, like my mind is going here, my mind going there, and that's when I like started writing. I started doing all these different type of things, and man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm not trying to like endorse it and say everybody should do it, but I enjoyed it. It was perfect for me.
I got you. Well, I think this is a good episode. Just might as well wrap it up right there.
Oh yeah. Hey, and as you always do, what you always tell them, Clark?
Everybody, I just want y'all to stay positive. Whatever you're doing right now, keep doing it. It's gonna work out, and just keep believing in yourself because you gotta remember, if you don't believe in yourself first, then who will? Why would they? And that's about it. I'm Clark. So
hey, if not me, who?
Hey,
if not now, when? And this your boy Uncle Mike. Hey, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here today. Make sure y'all check out the previous episodes. And I definitely want to hear y'all stories about the first time you ever experienced marijuana or you first got high. Hey, holla at us. Love you.
Peace.